everyone to Pioneering Progress, Thailand's Financial Hub Blueprint. Now is the opening remark by Dr. Paupum Rojanaskun, Deputy Minister of Finance.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, and fellow partners in progress. Today, we embarked on a bold new journey that reimagines Thailand's place in global finance. We are ready to announce a new, fresh initiative, one defined by agile regulation, impactful incentives, next-generation talent, and an inclusive ecosystem. It is my privilege to unveil the Financial Hub Initiative, an ambitious policy blueprint that pairs international best practices with Thailand's distinctive strength. More than a mere legislative act, it represents a call to action for global institutions and pioneering startups to co-create an entirely new chapter of financial innovation, one that broadens opportunity for our country, our region, and all stakeholders seeking inclusive and forward-thinking growth in the financial sector. Ladies and gentlemen, to truly turn aspiration into reality, the Cabinet has approved the Financial Hub legislation, which is underpinned by 4 fundamental commitments that together form its backbone. First, we will offer transparent yet globally competitive incentives, clearly structured tax arrangements, streamlined registration protocols, and fast-track pathway for specialized foreign expertise. These are not randomly privileged, but rather purposeful enabler designed to help firms deliver real value, rather than exhaust themselves in bureaucratic hurdles. Second, we ensure modernized supervisory standards through the new reform Office for the Supervision and Promotion Financial Hubs Enterprises, or OSA, by continuously matching our regulations to global benchmark in areas such as sustainable investments and digital assets. Thailand can provide investors with a confidence level comparable to well-established centers, yet with the nimbleness of an emerging market on the rise. The third commitment foregrounds human capital development. Our legislation stipulates that enterprises collaborate with the economic institutions to advance skill of domestic workforce. This synergy not only produces a skilled Thai workforce, but also benefits global firms seeking culturally attuned insights. Fourth, the legislation codifies a thoughtful approach to non-resident business and allowable domestic market participation. Under this model, firms are initially engaged to serve primary non-resident clients and cross-border transactions, aligned with Thailand's strategic role as gateway to international finance. At the same time, targeted opportunities exist for domestic market engagement, allowing enterprises to form alliances with Thai partners when beneficial, thereby facilitating exchange of expertise and promoting gradual, well-managed access to the domestic market. Ladies and gentlemen, a natural question arises. Why should Thailand stake this claim at the time when multiple financial centers compete for global attention? How can we stand out without merely imitating what established hubs in the region have already perfected? Thailand occupies a center spot in Southeast Asia, an area experiencing rapid growth and global integration among frontier economies. By serving as a gateway for these cross-border flows, the country is poised to link international capital with regional opportunities, all while offering a competitive overhead that even the most forward-thinking hubs may find challenging to replicate. Another compelling reason is our embrace of sustainable finance and responsible innovation. we aim to provide not just the policy signal, but also an accessible platform, making climate-friendly finance commercially viable and scalable. This holistic commitment to green and inclusive finance sets us apart from other markets. Here in Thailand, ESG efforts will not be just aspirations, but reality to all stakeholders in the region and beyond. A further differentiator is our embrace of digital assets. Legacy centers occasionally struggle with the fragmented rules for tokenized assets, blockchain-based finance products, or decentralized finance. Here in Thailand, we are integrating future-focused regulations into the bill, removing ambiguity for firms that champion cutting-edge products. This includes streamlined licensing for digital finance operators, coupled with robust consumer safeguards aimed at preserving market integrity. Finally, we harness the diversities of our financial landscape, which range from time-tested banking to advanced payment, insurance, and capital markets. While we acknowledge 8 core financial businesses under the bill, this is less about stretching ourselves thin than creating a cohesive framework that welcomes fintech innovation alongside established models. Such breadth allows us to adapt and evolve as fresh opportunities, be they in digital lending, treasury centers, blockchain-based finance, or carbon credit trading, arise under proactive regulatory oversight. Through these elements, Thailand avoids replicating the all-encompassing scope of other hubs. Instead, we create a distinctive value proposition concentrating on focused, innovation-driven finance, uniting strong governance with a cost-effective environment primed for new ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, the success of this framework promises a multi-layer impact on Thailand's economy and the broader region. First, Thailand's economic profile will become more diverse, moving beyond tourism and heavy manufacturing by infusing value-added financial activities into our economic portfolio. Second, we anticipate a transformation in the local labor market. Thai professionals will master frontier-level expertise in capital markets, risk analytics, and cybersecurity, skill sets that can propel broader reform across multiple sectors. Third, a measured yet constructive approach to domestic market participation ensures that financial institutions can cultivate strategic alliance with local players, paving the way for deeper partnerships and cross-pollinated innovation. Over time, these engagements can strengthen Thailand's reputation in global financial circles, positioning us as an authentic hub for cross-border investments and modern financial services. Finally, by adopting recognized international standards, whether in MLCFT, digital finance governance, or green finance, Thailand will not just attract world-class institutions and emerging startups, but also retain them here for a long-term promise of regulatory quality and market integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, at this pivotal juncture, we reaffirm that this registration is our pledge to ensure that progress in financial markets is inclusive, transparent, and beneficial to all. Our vision capitalizes on Thailand's innate strength while integrating global expertise, ensuring that we enter the global stage with both confidence and humility. Let us advance together on a pathway that redefines financial collaboration, one that elevates Thailand and offers a compelling model of progress for Asia and beyond. I extend a warm invitation for you to explore, engage, and invest in this shared endeavor. As we embark on this journey, our objective is not merely to surpass traditional hubs, but rather set a modern, sustainable benchmark for what a thriving financial center can achieve. Thank you.
Now we move to the next session, the overview of the implementation strategies and anticipated economic impact of the Financial Hub exhibit. Welcome everyone to the very first step of the Financial Hub, a premier gateway for business seeking to establish a strong presence in Thailand's financial sector. This presentation will walk you through the key steps to get started, including licensing, regulatory authority, government incentives, and what do we expect from this policy, from understanding where to apply, to knowing who you will interact with along the way. We simplify the journey for you. So first of all, what is Financial Hub? The Financial Hub is designed to attract global financial institutions and foster an environment where business can thrive under a transparent and structured regulatory framework. Whether you are a financial institution looking to expand or an investor exploring opportunities, this hub will serve as a bridge between Thailand and international financial market. So let's start with how to get a license. To operate within the Financial Hub, you must first obtain a license from the One-Stop Authority, or we call it OSA, an independent state agency responsible for promoting Thailand as a financial hub, providing financial knowledge, and overseeing the hub operations. The licensing process ensures that only businesses that meet the highest standard of governance and financial integrity will operate within the hub. The OSA will act as a facilitator, streamlining the application process and providing guidance to potential applicants. So how is the application process? First, you can submit your application to the OSA office, and then the office will evaluate whether your business meets the requirement or not. And then the application will be reviewed by the OSA committee, which consists of Minister of Finance as the chairman, permanent secretaries, Ministry of Finance, Governor, Bank of Thailand, Secretary General of Office of the Insurance Commission, Security and Exchange Commission, Anti-Money Laundering Office, Board of Investment, and 3 to 5 independent experts in finance, law, and accounting field. So to get approved, applicant must get a majority vote from the committee. This rigorous approval process ensures that business entering the financial hub align with Thailand's economic vision and regulatory standards. And for eligible business categories, the new legislation seeks to attract 8 core categories of financial operation, starting from commercial banking, payment service, security, derivative, digital asset, insurance, reinsurance brokerage, and other closely affiliated and supportive financial activities as designed by the committee. These businesses must operate within decided zone and be registered as Thai companies or authorized foreign branches. The selection of these business categories reflects Thailand's commitment to fostering innovation and financial growth while maintaining stability in the sector. Moreover, these entities are required to employ Thai national at specified ratio to alleviate local human capital development. So for a regulatory authority in the financial hub, after obtaining your license for the target client, you will primarily serve non-resident clients under a non-solicitation permit for Thai residents. However, certain market participant activities allow controlled interaction with domestic entities, such as reinsurance with Thai insurers, core services in capital markets to guide Thai investor aboard, or interbank transaction for risk management with local institutions. These interactions are carefully regulated to ensure that domestic financial stability is maintained, while allowing international business to integrate with local market where necessary. For regulatory oversight, the OSA committee sets operational standard for the first one, financial stability, second one, business governance, and the third one, data privacy and security. Lastly, for consumer protection, these regulations are put in place to create a secure and transparent financial ecosystem that protects both business and customer. What about for enforcement measures? If a business violates regulation or poses economic risk, the committee may impose two penalties. The first one, civil penalties for minor infraction, such as non-compliance with location or consumer protection rules. Second one, criminal penalties for major violation including unauthorized operation, fraud, or action threatening economic stability. These measures ensure compliance and maintain trust in the financial hub as a secure and well-regulated marketplace. What about for government incentive for financial hub participants? To attract top-tier financial firms and ensure long-term success, the government will implement a series of incentives, starting from non-tax incentives, exception for foreign ownership restriction under the Condominium Act, or an ability to bring in foreign professional as non-resident under foreign exchange control laws, or special provision allowing expatriates to work in roles that typically require Thai nationality or license. These incentives help international business seamlessly integrate into Thailand's financial landscape. And for tax incentive for large multinational enterprise with revenue exceeding 750 million euro must comply with growth rules under Pillar 2. But for other entities, a slightly lower tax rate than a large multinational enterprise may apply. Structured as a tier system or a fixed rate based on globe rules and double taxation agreements. By offering these incentives, the financial hub aims to position Thailand as a preferred destination for financial institutions worldwide. So, with the structured regulatory framework, strategic incentives, and a clear licensing process, Thailand's financial hub fosters a well-regulated, transparent environment that appeals to foreign investment while ensuring financial stability. The success of this initiative will position Thailand as a leading financial center in the region, driving economic growth and innovation in the financial sector. By following this roadmap, business can seamlessly navigate the process and take full advantage of the opportunity offered by the financial hub. Whether you're looking to expand, invest, or innovate, this hub is the gateway to success in the global financial landscape. So, what do we expect from this policy? Attracting foreign financial business to Thailand will not only draw skilled professionals from across the world, but also catalyze the country's economic growth. This influx will generate a wealth of new job opportunities within the financial sector and spark the expansion of a related industry. As a result, employment in Thailand will rise, and more local talent will be encouraged to pursue a career in finance, strengthening the country's workforce. The establishment of financial hub will also attract international residents to Thailand, creating a profound impact on the nation's infrastructure. This surge will stimulate the development of essential services such as school or hospital, elevating the standard of living to attract global talent and business. Furthermore, this movement will facilitate the transfer of expertise, knowledge, and technology from leading global financial institutions to the local workforce. With growing pool of talent and the economic activity generated by the financial hub, Thailand's competitive edge will be significantly enhanced. This will boost tax revenue and support the Thai economy toward its full potential. Ultimately, the financial hub will serve as a catalyst, positioning Thailand at the forefront of the global financial landscape and signaling to the world that the country is ready to lead and thrive in the financial sector. Thank you. Now we will open the floor for a Q&A session.
Okay, we are honored to have distinguished representative from the Policy Formulation Committee with us today and ready to address your questions from our live chat. Before we begin, allow me to introduce our esteemed panelists, starting from His Excellency Dr. Phauphum Rojanaskun, Deputy Minister of Finance. Mr. Chuchat Pramoonphol, Secretary General of the Office of Insurance Commission. Mr. Kobsak Duangdi, Secretary General of the Thai Bankers Association. Ms. Benja Suphanakul, representing the Policy Formulation Committee. Additionally, we are joined by the key members of the Policy Formulation Committee's Secretariat team, who have played a crucial role in shaping this initiative. So now let's dive into your questions. The first question is, how will the financial hub stay competitive with established centers such as Hong Kong or Singapore, known for cutting-edge finance? And with so many well-established hubs, why should global firms opt for Thailand's financial hub? So I will pass this question to Ms. Benja to answer. Thank you.
Thank you. So basically, I think this law is draft in the sense that we find Thailand as the country with lower cost of business operation, cost of business maintenance, and also cost of living. On top of that, in order to launch this law, we basically study the incentive of other financial centers around the world, just like Singapore, Hong Kong, and Dubai. And we try to make sure that the incentive that will be given to the licensee under this scheme will not be less than other countries in the world, which is financial hub. For example, for the tax incentive, we study the tax incentive given in other countries. We plan to publicly discuss with the revenue department to allow 15% corporate income tax for the MNC that have global revenue totaling $750 million euro in order to comply with Pillar 2. But for the company with the total group revenue less than that 750 million euro, we plan to even offer lower tax rate, corporate income tax rate. For the personal income tax rate that will apply to the staff, we plan to really offer like 17% personal income tax to the staff in order to incentivize the staff to work for these licensee entities. On top of the financial incentive, we also study non-financial incentive because we find that Thailand is the country with low living costs and nice surrounding. So we plan to offer like fast track scheme for long-term visa, for work permit, and also waive the foreign limit for owning condominium so that the business operator can own the title to the condominium for business operation. On top of that, we plan to probably establish community for the family of the licensee who want to hire skilled worker to bring the family into Thailand to study, to do other like personal business as well. So in sum, on top of that incentive, we try to fix the pain point that Thailand may have in the past. For example, we see that we may have several laws, several regulators, but under this project, we establish OSA, which is one-stop authority, who can do everything basically, who will comprise of all of relevant stakeholder or of relevant regulator in order to be one-stop point of contact for the business operator. Last but not least, I think the main concern of other business operator for Thailand is the exchange control, because they find that it's quite difficult to bring the money out of Thailand if they have profit from the business operation. So the Bank of Thailand kindly considered this project and decided to treat the licensee under this project as non-resident, regardless of the fact that there is a local presence of the licensee in Thailand. So all in all, I think, because we study financial center that is well established in other country, and we try to match or even offer better alternatives for the business operator.
Okay, I think that's kind of like cover everything that we should know more about the financial hub and the reason why we're working on this policy. So that's a really big picture. So I will go on and continue on some more detail about this project. So can I move on to the next one? Okay, as referenced in policy brief, could you elaborate on the requirement for maintaining a local presence in designated zones? I will pass to Ms. Benja to answer that.
Okay, so the committee has study what should be the area of business establishment. So basically we plan to specify Bangkok and surrounding area as the designated zone. On top of Bangkok and surrounding area, there may be some other provinces which is very popular already for foreigners, just like Phuket, Chiang Mai. And this process is going to be issued as the sub-regulation under this law.
So we can see we have a lot of alternative, a lot of option to this one, and after it launch, we will see a clearer picture about this. So we move on to the next question. So how does the newly formed OSA differ from Thailand's existing financial regulators, such as Bank of Thailand, the Securities of Exchange Commission, and the Office of Insurance Commission, especially from the perspective of business licenses in the financial hub? So I will pass it to Mr. Salanwood to help me on this one.
So I think Ms. Benja alluded to earlier, OSA mandate is to function as a dedicated single window regulator, especially for operators under the Financial Hub Initiative, providing end-to-end facilitation from licensing compliance guidance, and ongoing supervision. But I think what makes OSA really valuable is that the supervision can be tailored to the unique demands of innovative cross-border financial services, which we aim to attract them here to Thailand. Meanwhile, regulators like Bank of Thailand, the SEC, and the OIC retain their existing roles. And for those who are not entirely attuned to Thai regulatory structure, BOT oversees monetary policies and banking sector. SEC regulates the capital market, and of course the OIC supervises general insurance. And for a firm perspective, being licensed by OSA can mean faster approvals, integrated regulatory guidelines for cross-border financial offerings, as well as innovative financial solutions. And it can serve as a direct channel for discussing advanced green financial product, for example, or even digital assets proposals. So this collaborative model provides a business with a clear, we think, efficient way to innovation while maintaining the stability and the integrity of Thailand's overall financial system and reflecting the best practices of coordinated multi-agency regulations.
Okay, I think we got two important words from that one. It's kind of a policy, it's more tailor-made, and we think that it's going to move faster on the process, and we hope so that that's going to happen. So I will move on something that we can offer for investor who going to join the financial hub. So this question is about the incentive that we can offer. So what kind of incentives make Thailand's financial hub attractive compared to standard offering in other global financial centers? And will there be specific requirement regarding the size and scale of business operators eligible for this incentive? So I pass it to Ms. Benja.
So basically for the incentive, I will classify it into two categories. The first one is financial incentive, as I mentioned earlier. That will be the tax incentive, i.e. the corporate income tax rate of 15% for the licensee with total group revenue exceeding 750 million euro. That is to comply with Pillar 2, which Thailand is bound to comply with. However, for the business operator that is not MNC and is not really having total group revenue in that range, we can offer even lower corporate income tax rate than 15%. For personal income tax, we are offering 17% for the staff who work for the licensee. On top of that, we have non-tax or non-financial incentives, just like the title to the condominium or to the business operation. We are planning to offer the fast-track scheme for work permit and for long-term visa for the skilled worker who the licensee would like to bring into Thailand. And also, we find that will be the fast-track licensing scheme because we study the scheme of other countries. We find that one of the pain points that operator may face when doing business in Thailand is the long and time-consuming process of consideration in granting the license. So the consideration period will be very fast, around like 30 days, which is more or less comparable to other countries as well.
So with that answer, you can see we have both type of incentive, both tax and non-tax, and all of that we have a purpose to make everything like faster and move a lot faster for easier for everyone to do that. So yeah, that's really good. Okay, and next one it's gonna be I saw this word a lot on the news and I heard it from the news also. It's about non-resident concept. So could you kindly clarify the definition of non-resident and explain the concept of market participant for foreign companies and how it safeguards Thailand's domestic market? I will pass it to Ms. Benja to answer that.
Sure. For non-residents, if you talk about like juristic entities, we are talking about the juristic entity that is registered for incorporation outside Thailand. Or for the Thai incorporated entities, we are talking about offshore branches of the Thai incorporated entities. That's for the corporate institution. For the individual, we are talking about the individual that do not have Thai nationality. So basically, we do not really want this project to compete with existing players who obtain the license to service and solicit Thailand-based client. Okay. And the concept of market participant is really, the concern to build the business opportunities for existing players in Thailand as well. Because I would like to just paint a picture in the sense that, let's say, if there's a licensee under this project who serve non-resident clients, who may have an interest to invest in Thai stock listed on the Stock Exchange of Thailand. When the licensee get the trading orders from those clients, they cannot really execute or place that trading orders directly onto the Stock Exchange of Thailand. So they basically have to act as a market participant to use the service of existing players, just like existing licensed securities company in Thailand, to place that trading order on the system of the stock exchange of Thailand. Or for the insurance side, if let's say the insurance licensee under this project obtain the license and service non-resident client, they get the insurance policy issue for the non-resident client, they may reinsure with Thailand-based insurance company who obtain the license from the OIC already. So that's the concept of market participant, to create business opportunities to existing players.
To follow up with your answer, so as there's some concern from Anil that could you please elaborate more on the impact on current financial services if a non-resident client moved to Thailand? We have a lot of this stuff happening, so I want to make it clear to everyone. Yeah.
Sure. As I mentioned, this project try to target global financial institutions who do not have interest to service Thailand-based client. So basically, it will not really compete with existing business operator, because it is going to be like new business, out business model. On top of that, it is going to create business opportunities to existing financial institutions who obtain the full-fledged license in Thailand in the model of market participant, as explained earlier.
Yeah, we all know already that we already put a safeguard on Thai economy and Thai all the institution already. So I will move on to the next question. So what measures are in place to mitigate systematic risk, such as a sudden outflow or contingence in an increasingly open financial market? So I pass it to Mr. Soranwood to answer this one.
I think first, it is really imperative to emphasize that Thailand remains committed to safeguarding the financial system stability and resilience. And this bill also lays a foundation, a robust framework for macroprudential measures, all of which are aligned with international recognized standards. For example, under certain sections in the bill, the committee is empowered to impose additional criteria or conditions on financial operators where emerging risks are identified, and this can include the capacity to adjust the requirements or temporarily restrict certain activities to prevent contagion. And in terms of coordination, OSA will work in close coordination with the Bank of Thailand, the SEC, and the OIC, as well as other agencies like Ministry of Finance, to ensure that interventions are effective, swift, and coordinated. We believe that this approach is designed to detect and mitigate potential stress. If in that unfortunate case, we'll probably demonstrate Thailand's commitment to preserve stability while promoting a dynamic and open market that foster innovations.
Just to on top of that question, for another angle, we have a lot more player in the financial market. So how is consumer protection and data privacy ensure amidst the growing number of new player and technology that's going to come into the country?
From a data privacy perspective, licensed firm must comply with Thailand's Personal Data Protection Act, which is akin to GDPR. Ensuring the alignment with recognized global principles to preserve consumer confidence. I think that said, all of the people working in this project and the policy formulation committee, we really endorse the concept of proportional regulatory framework. So it means that larger entities that handle a high volume of transactions are subject to a more enhanced disclosure. For example, periodic compliance audits or rigorous cybersecurity standards, while smaller operators can adhere to the proportionate requirements, but still ensure the solid consumer protection, such as transparency in fees, clear dispute resolutions, and effective cybersecurity. So for example, if a new digital finance model arises, such as AI-driven credit scoring or DTL solutions, I think Ministry of Finance and OSA will probably work closely with the Data Protection Agency to update the guidelines and notification in response to the technological advancement, ensuring that all of the rules and regulations remain effective and current.
Okay, that's kind of ensure that the protection for all the transactions that are going to happen in the future, we're ready for it, and we prepare a safeguard, we prepare like a defensive policy to that one. So right now I'm going to pick up some question from our viewer in the YouTube. So the first one is about workforce. So like, could you elaborate on how Thailand envisions upskilling its local workforce, making it competitive for advanced financial functions? And please provide further details on the employment of Thai nationals, including and required ratios and designed positions. Well, that's very good. So I pass it to Ms. Benja to answer that one.
For the upskilling, we plan that for the licensee who apply for the license, and this project should have a plan to transfer know-how to Thailand-based staff that they are going to hire. For example, for some position which require technical knowledge, just like technology-related position, or financial services related positions, just like investment management, the licensee can submit the plan that as to how they are going to bring in skilled worker into Thailand and train local people, so that local people can have skillful and equipped with needed, I would say, advanced business operation skill in the future as well. That is one of the criteria in order to get the license under this project. For the local hiring requirement, we study the model of other financial centers, just like Singapore, which require to have at least one local director, one CEO who is Singapore-based entities, and also some representative with certain skill that should be high from the local country as well. So we would like to use that as a model for this project as well, i.e. we don't really plan for anyone to establish like a paper company or like a black box in Thailand. We try to attract local hiring, and we plan to have training model for our local people who will be hired under this project by the licensee as well. But in terms of the number, as I mentioned, because we study the model of other financial center, so the requirement will not be more stringent or burdensome than other countries, which is financial center of the world.
So I think that's going to create a spillover effect. We're going to see a lot of good professionals walking around the financial hub in Thailand. It's going to spill over to everyone, to a labor, to a workforce in Thailand. That's kind of impressive on that one. So I'm going to move to the next question. It's for a foreign business that already operate in Thailand. So how can the Foreign Business Act or FBA be amended to facilitate the transition of business operator with an existing local presence to the financial hub framework, allowing them to leverage their current entities for financial services related activity in the initial state? So I pass it to Ms. Benja to answer that.
Yeah, just to give a background for the audience here, in Thailand, currently we have the requirement that any service provider who is owned majority by foreign shareholders must obtain foreign business license in order to provide restricted service business. Under this project, one of the incentives that we are going to provide to the licensee is to waive the requirement to obtain foreign business license. However, to address your question, it seems that the audience may have a concern in the sense that they would like to leverage their existing resource from an existing presence in Thailand who may not be a licensee under this project. In that case, actually, there's another committee working in parallel with the committee in this financial hub project. That committee called Ease of Doing Business in Thailand. And one of the task force assigned to this committee is to really study exemption to foreign business licensing requirement in order to allow financial institutions to be able to provide support service, just like mid-office, back-office function to other affiliates or other branches around the world without being subject to the stringent foreign business licensing requirement. So to answer that question, our government acknowledge the concern on this, I would say, this obstacle, and it is in a pipeline of the committee to propose the exemption to the foreign business licensing requirement in order for the players who may be under this financial hub project to leverage whatever resources that they may have in country as well.
Okay, I hope that's not going to be the obstacle or problem in the pipelines for government anymore after we launch on it. But we're still working on that one. And we have one question from the live chat. So will you also introduce a tax incentive for global investor to reallocate to Thailand to support the hub? Like for example, like family office or exemption on capital gain tax for individual investor. So well, it's about tax, so pass it to Ms. Benja to answer that one.
Sure. I think it depends on whether or not that investor is actually Thai resident or not, because Thai taxation scheme would apply if any person reside in Thailand for 180 days at least, right? So under this financial hub model, we plan to service non-resident. So if they talks about the clients who will be clients of licensee under financial hub, it is very likely that those clients will not be Thai taxable unit or is not really subject to Thai taxation scheme under the current law. However, if they ask about the taxation scheme for Thai resident who basically invest offshore, I think based on the latest news announced by the Minister of Finance, we are in consideration of the tax scheme applied to the offshore investment.
Okay, so we work on it, and it's a really huge opportunity that we announced it already, and we work on it. So we move on the last question that we, not the last one, but the next one. So it's something about the growing demand of digital asset nowadays. So we see that how will OSA handle digital asset, including cryptocurrency, tokenized security, or DeFi platform, given the constantly shifting landscape? So I think Mr. Suran would want to take this one. Okay.
Yeah. The Deputy Minister of Finance has made clear in his speech. So the goal is to cultivate innovation in digital finance while ensuring robust consumer and investor protection. So in principle, this framework will adopt, we hope, a tier licensing approach that allows for a smaller fintech or DeFi platform to enter through the pilot licenses with a proportionate capital and compliance requirements, enabling them to experiment and refine their models or solutions without the shouldering full compliance burden designed for probably larger corporations. And we believe that this dual layer approach draws on global based practices without intentionally replicating any particular ones, will ensure that the oversight remains dynamic and responsive for innovations. Whether it be in DeFi insurance or smart contracts, audits or custody solutions, or even data privacy. And lastly, we believe that the continuous engagement with the industry stakeholders and regular reviews of regulatory standards will enable OSA to adjust the guidance and regulation in a timely manner, which is really crucial for digital assets or crypto asset class, so that we are prepared for any new or emerging digital asset classes or new protocols. We hope to maintain a balance between innovation and maintain systemic stability, as well as a coherence with international guidelines and standards.
So we see a huge opportunity for a digital asset over here, and we hope that after we launch a hub and we have a lot of interesting party to involve in financial hub. We will become a digital asset expert, and we'll see a new economy in the country. So we got a new question from the live chat. So how will Thailand's new financial hub benefit the Thai economy, and what potential risks and challenges should be addressed to ensure its success? So, Ms. Benja, you want to take that one?
Yeah, as I mentioned, basically because this project try to really attract new money, new business model, i.e. out business model, right? So obviously it's going to benefit Thai economy in the sense that there should be new capital inflow. And also in terms of tax, even though we offer a lot of tax incentive, but when you look closely, actually the revenue from this type of business operation has never been beneficial to Thailand before because it is not established in Thailand, right? On top of that, I think because there will be the minimum local staffing requirement, i.e. minimum local hiring requirements. So obviously it's going to create work opportunities for local people or local employees in Thailand. And last but not least, I think skill transfer is one of the aim of the committee. We would like to see Thailand in the future equipped with all of the people who have technical knowledge ranging from financial services, technologies, and other related services as well. So obviously, Thai country should be beneficial from that upskilling plan submitted by the licensee as well.
Yeah, let me just add on that a little bit. I think the committee has studied other country experiences, and we've found that it's not just the financial sector. So when you bring the financial services sector in, other peripheral industry also came as well. So there's a study in 2023 for Dubai International Financial Center. So for each one finance job brought into the center, it creates 2.5 additional jobs. So it's not just about the finance, about peripheral and related industry as well. So with that, we hope that this will resound and rebound to the Thai people. And also with regards to the finance itself, opening our financial market to the international and global actually, global financial firms will actually deepen our financial sector and financial markets. And I think it will be beneficial to all Thais in the long run.
So that's not just the economy. We cannot say that just the economy. It's going to benefit a lot, like economy, human, or even more diverse or business or opportunity in Thailand. And I hope that's going to be a door to international market, where we open more doors to participate in global market. Okay, I will move on to the next question that we got over here. So are there any limitation on the services provided by non-resident financial institution under the financial hub, such as allowing financial institution to offer non-resident deposit account as a Thai financial institution? So pass it to Ms. Benja to answer that.
Sure. I think the project was set up with an aim that whatever the players can do in other countries when providing services to non-Thai residents, they should be able to do the same if they decide to come to Thailand, right? So to answer that question, the answer is that yes, they can offer any type of deposit taking services to non-resident of Thailand.
Okay. Well, that's very clear on that one. So I think it's coming to the end of the live right now. We are running out of time right now. So as we want to wrap up this session, I want to extend our sincere gratitude to all our viewers today who joined us today. It's very useful, and I think everyone know more about Financial Hub and what are we working on and what policy is and how important it is. So we hope this discussion has given you a deeper insight into Thailand's Financial Hub initiative, a project we are proud to introduce to everyone. So for the question we could not answer during this live session, we will compile them along with responses and post them on the Fiscal Policy Office website. If you have any further inquiries, feel free to reach out to us at ignitefinance@fpo.go.th. And this information will also be displayed again at the end of the session for your reference. If you have any question or anything you want to ask more about the Project Financial Hub. And now, to officially close our forum, it is our great honor to invite Dr. Paupoom Rojanaskun, Deputy Minister of Finance, to deliver the closing address. Thank you.
Thank you. I think it is a very fruitful and productive 1-hour session. And so as we come to the end of today's session, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to each of you for your active participation and thoughtful engagement. Your presence today and insights reaffirm our collective commitment to transforming Thailand's financial landscape into a vibrant, innovative, and inclusive global hubs. It is with this same spirit of innovation and collaboration that we look forward to next step as this registration advances through parliaments later this year. Our goal is clear: to create an environment where both global institutions and pioneer startups can thrive, and where responsible innovation propels sustainable growth across our economy. I am confident that through this continued partnership and dialogue, Thailand will not only emerge as a premier financial center, but will also set a new sustainable benchmark for the industry. A benchmark built on adaptability, inclusiveness, and mutual progress. Thank you once again for your active participation. Together, let us chart a transformative course for future finance in Thailand and beyond. Thank you, everyone.